This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
As we are in a storm alert, severe weather is moving into the bi-state. Let's go ahead and take a live look from our camera in Arnold. Right now, the St. Louis area is under a severe thunderstorm watch, and that's until 8 tonight. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. Those storms could bring damaging winds, hail, even tornadoes to parts of the bi-state. The Weather First team is staying on top of the storms. We have meteorologist Tracy Hinson live in the storm tracker. But let's begin with Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. He's here tracking the storm. Scott.
Yeah, and we have several storms that continue to develop across the area this afternoon, Kay and Brent. And I suspect we'll be spending quite a bit of time with you over the course of the next 2 to 3 hours as we track these storms through the metro area. So first, let's get into what's going on right now. In the immediate metro area, we've had a couple of brief showers, rumbles of thunder, mainly down to the south of St. Louis, no problems. But to our north and west, it's a different story. Right now, severe thunderstorm warning. That's in effect for southern portions of Pike County in Illinois, or actually in Missouri. There's also one for southern portions of Pike County, Illinois, and then northwestern portions of Lincoln County. Those storms here, they do have some rotation, especially that one as we're looking coming in to the northwest of Millwood and then to the south of Calumet and off to the northwest of Eolia. Watching those storms, they have some hail in there and they are beginning to show better signs of rotation. We get in a little bit closer on this storm that is along Highway 61. You can see pushing towards Edgewood, towards Eolia, the Cyrene area. You know, you want to be inside and away from windows and doors as these storms move through. A little farther to the north, this storm has a tornado warning on it for southeastern portions of Pike County, Illinois. While that's not directly in our viewing area, the concern is this storm may continue to rotate and could produce a tornado at any time. We don't know. We've seen the lowering of the clouds. We've seen spotters tell us that there are rotating wall clouds in that storm. And so if it were to produce a tornado, these are kind of the places that would be in the path of that. Over towards Patterson, over towards Whitehall, Root House, you're in this too. Northern portions of Greene County is where we're talking about here. Again, north of Carrollton, so the very far northern sections of Greene County in Illinois. No warning there yet, but just be prepared and be ready to act quickly. There's your storm coming into Lincoln County right now. Again, potential that has rotation with it. Storms are strengthening over Montgomery County and all the way down towards the Lake of the Ozarks area. This is along a front which is approaching from the west. So these are the storms we're going to be tracking into the metro area. They likely will be in the western parts of the metro area between now and 5 o'clock. And then moving in along 44 through the remainder of the afternoon and evening hours. Any of these storms have the capability of producing severe weather, hail, damaging winds, and an isolated tornado, also a possibility with these storms. We do have now a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Greene County. That storm we were just talking about, Root House, Whitehall, Athensville, Patterson. You folks should be inside, away from windows and doors. And again, it looks like this may have 60 to 65 mile per hour winds and also the possibility that it could produce a tornado. Severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for everybody. Just timing it out for you. By 5 o'clock, this line is knocking on the doorstep into the metro area, and it will continue through Metro St. Louis through 6 through 7 o'clock. It remains to be seen just how much wind damage we'll get out of this, how much hail, and if we can spin up isolated tornadoes. But they're all on the table, wind damage being probably the most widespread threat. Northern Greene County in Illinois, you folks should be monitoring that storm very carefully and in your safe place as it approaches, just in case it does spin something up for you. Team coverage continues on our severe weather this afternoon. Storm alert, Weather First meteorologist Tracy Hinson is in the storm tracker. And Tracy, I know you've kind of been waiting on the storms all day long.
Yes, I am waiting on those storms, and we've certainly seen a couple of different things. One thing I'm looking at right now are what I think are some turkey vultures here. And one thing that's indicative of where they're flying now is that's warm air that's rising. Those birds are kind of being supported by that warm air as it's rising, and we don't really want to see that. That warm air that's rising is also going to help power off some of those storms we're going to see later on today. You can see as they're just sort of floating around. Once those storms come in, those clouds, they're going to hit that warm air and those clouds are just going to continue to rise, could grow to be severe. So we're here in Union waiting for those storm clouds. As I'm going to zoom out on my other camera here while I leave you with this view. We're at the college up here in Union, right on the top of the hill. And we've seen a variety of cloud cover today. I'm going to bring you back to this view. We can see just a couple little cumulus clouds, but as we start to pan more to the north and to the west, you can see it gets a little bit darker here as we're waiting for those storms to come in. So we are expecting a bit of a bumpy ride tonight, but we will continue to keep you posted. From the Storm Tracker in Union, Tracy Hinson, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Scott and the Weather First team will stay on top of the severe weather. When we're not on air, you can get the latest from the 5 on your side app or on 5 Plus. You can also get the forecast sent straight to your phone by texting the word weather to 314-425-5355. Just hours ago, Daniel Riley was sentenced to almost 2 decades behind bars for a crash that caused a Tennessee teenager to lose her legs.
At the time, Janae Edmondson and her parents were in town for a volleyball tournament. Christine Byers was in court for today's sentencing. Fill us in, Christine.
Kay and Brent, Daniel Riley could have taken a plea deal that would have sent him to prison for 17 years. Instead, he went to trial, and today a judge sentenced him to 18 years and 9 months in prison, the maximum the jury recommended. Janae Edmondson has been fitted with new prosthetics in the weeks since the trial, so today she walked into the courtroom with her parents. At trial, she remained in a wheelchair with her wounds exposed. And that's become a factor Daniel Riley's attorney says was prejudicial to the jury and is part of the basis he's using to appeal the verdict. Janae's mother, Francine Edmondson, read a statement to the judge on behalf of their family.
During the past 2 years and 2 months, she has had to endure so much, and she always tried to smile and be positive through it. That's a test to her character. She doesn't complain about things. Why does she do this? Because she knows her unhappiness would be far too great of a burden for us and the rest of her family. She takes on her own pain and she hides it so that people that she loves don't hurt.
What a heartfelt statement there. Christine, before you go, did Daniel Riley say anything in court, or did he seem to show any emotion?
Brent, I gotta say, he showed absolutely no emotion, and he didn't say anything when he was given the chance to in court, and that's pretty much how he was during trial as well. Now, coming up at 6, I'll bring you an exclusive interview with the Edmondsons about their reaction to the judge's decision today.
All right, thank you, Christine. Former President Trump's hush money trial resumed today. Within the past half hour, the 12-person jury has been selected. This morning, the judge excused 2 jurors who had already been chosen. One expressed doubt about her ability to be fair and impartial. The other juror was let go after prosecutors expressed concerns. Earlier today, NBC News spoke with one of those dismissed jurors.
Everybody has biases and, you know, stereotypes in their mind. So you have to be a really, deep and fair person, which is very hard to do, right?
Yeah.
In order to serve as a jury. I hope they do.
12 jurors and 6 alternates must be seated to hear that trial. Opening arguments could begin as soon as Monday.
Much more still ahead. Free anti-theft software clinics for Kia owners coming to St. Louis, where you'll want to be next weekend if your car is still vulnerable to thieves.
Memorial Stadium at Mizzou will soon turn 100 years old. The multi-million-dollar upgrade planned just in time for the celebration.
And we take you back to the dawn of the jet age. A look at when the first 747 touched down in St. Louis.